All right, we've got a rant, maybe a mini rant, but it's something that I need you to hear. Maybe I just need to get it off of my chest. But why are people who are not wildlife photographers teaching others, giving advice, and even running workshops on wildlife photography? And I think this is happening more, and I think it's predicated on the fact that they're just popular at other things. It hit me. I'm going to get it off my chest right after this. Now, every once in a while with my quick thoughts videos, I give you my opinion on something, or in this case, I just tell you how I'm feeling. And I want to know how you're feeling. This could just be me, and maybe a little defensive on this one. But let me explain my point of view. Let me explain to you why this kind of hit me a certain way. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of influencers who are generalist photographers, and they were offering advice. And there was a one in particular who's very popular and offering wildlife advice, but really more of a generalist photographer and doing videos on like how to, and it got me a certain way. And I was thinking about making a video about it. And then, without giving too much away, because I don't drop names on the channel, I try to avoid that stuff. But somebody who is very close to them posted a video running a workshop for bird photography. And while this person is probably a talented photographer at weddings or headshots or events, they are absolutely not a wildlife photographer, and for sure not a bird photographer. And they were running a workshop for others, and I was like, come on. This just isn't right. And people should know what they're signing up for. It's like they were just using their name, and so it bothered me. And I was trying to think, like, why is it bothering me? What about this makes me feel this way? And you can tell probably just by talking about it, get a little animated. Being good at YouTube isn't necessarily being good at photography. And even being good as photography certainly does not make you good at wildlife photography. You could be good at editing, maybe you're a good teacher, but wildlife photography is different. It's okay. Wildlife photography is earned, and it's not curated. It's not something you can just do because you like it, or what I think, more importantly, because there's a market for it. And so when somebody uses their name to get into a genre because there's a market for it, strikes me a certain way. Now, am I a little bit like provincial or territorial about this? Yeah. And there's a reason. This isn't my genre. Like, this is our genre. Like, and we're interested in it because we have a common interest, often in animals and nature. Now, there are people in wildlife photography for all sorts of other reasons. Sometimes it's to be popular because they think photographing eagles and animals and lions, and they think that's just popular, or they think it's like cool. Some people exploit it. So because there are people willing to pay, they will exploit wildlife. And those are other topics. But this one feels, it feels like we're being exploited. It feels like somebody from the outside is trying to get inside, but not for the right reasons. This is not gatekeeping, by the way. I am all about people coming into wildlife and wildlife photography. You guys probably know, if you follow the channel, I have an interest in like ecosystems and native plants and insects and all that. 200 species of native plants at my house, years of restoration at my house. If somebody is interested in this, the other day, it was a friend of a friend, has a property, was interested in native plants. I'm going through like habitats and recommendations, and this is my personal time. Happy to do it because I just like getting that spark into people. If somebody's interested in birds and wants, has questions about that, I try to be more than welcoming about getting them into the community. I would love to see more people involved because I think in the big picture, might be beneficial to have more people involved in this who care about animals and protecting animals and habitats and stuff like that. This isn't about gatekeeping. What this is about saying, I question your intentions, and I dare say I question your expertise, because real wildlife photography is not easy, and it takes years to be good. It's not just camera settings. I mean, this is behavior of animals, understanding of habitats. And when somebody who is teaching you how to photograph songbirds can't identify 4 songbirds by the way they call, it makes me think like, this isn't right. And there are so many people, by the way, who do this, who are exceptional. I don't feel like it devalues me. I just feel like it kind of devalues them. And there are so many people who aren't popular, who don't have YouTube channels, who are great teachers and really a part of the community. So this is the way I'm feeling today. By the way, there's a risk. Like, these workshops, they aren't cheap. People are big name photographers asking for serious money, hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars, and you may not be getting what you pay for. So it could just be very fluffy, surface level advice, how to program a camera or set it up. It could even be worse. They could be teaching you bad habits. And I believe there are a lot of even professional photographers who give some pretty bad advice often. I may do a video on bad advice from professional photographers that I have heard, or that people who have done a workshop with me or I've been teaching have told me, hey, so-and-so told me to do this. So look out for that video. But this one just, it hit me a certain way. I saw this very, very famous personality giving a workshop on birds, and I thought, man, this one hits close to home. And is it just me? Like, is the old man just getting cranky? Is it just me? And should I care? So I probably care too much. It probably bothers me more than it should. Sometimes I am human. Things get under my skin just the way it might with anybody else. But when somebody is offering advice, like this idea I had on doing a YouTube video about people giving advice who really aren't experts, and kind of the theme of that was stay in your lane, like give the advice on what you are an expert on. And does it matter? Like, at the end of the day, just who cares? But I do think there is a risk. I mentioned, like, if you're a beginner and learning from somebody who's not an expert, there might be a risk there. Beginners certainly need to understand the basics, and anybody that understands photography can teach the basics of photography. I just don't know why it's coming into this genre. If you ever see me, I do workshops on birds, and I do workshops on macro. And I don't even consider myself an expert on macro, but I consider myself really good at the things I do in terms of understanding how the plants relate to the insects and how that translates into macro photography. So I'm very comfortable teaching that. But if you ever see me running a workshop teaching wedding photography, or teaching street photography, or doing product photography, if you see me pitching a course on headshots, you better come after me. You better light me up in the comments, because that is not my lane, and I should not be in that lane. And if I was in that lane, somebody who else was an expert in that lane, I wouldn't blame them for feeling offended. So anyway, there's nothing wrong with being a content creator. There's nothing wrong with being an influencer. But I do feel like sometimes these content creators and influence, in many ways, are like taking advantage of a market, even though it's not that anybody owns a market, but it's not their expertise. It's not their market. And I do think there's some responsibility that comes along with teaching anything. But with wildlife, maybe it's just more sensitive to me personally, but I think maybe there's more responsibility when it comes to that. So what do you think? Like I said, is the old man just cranky? Do you have some experience to share? By the way, I'm not pitching myself in my workshops. Like I run workshops. I feel qualified to do it. I don't need to. This video isn't about come to my workshop. I don't have any workshops available this year. I've got some one-on-ones. If you're interested, reach out. But that's not what this is about. I'd actually be more comfortable if you said like, hey, I think maybe I think I know the workshop you're talking about, or I was thinking of a workshop. I'm not sure who to trust. There's a lot of people I don't know. I can't give you an honest opinion on, but I can give you 5 or 10 names of people that I have worked with, who I know, who I would say like 100%. That is a person who is an expert and a good teacher. And I'm happy. You send me an email to the description down below. I'm happy to send you names of people that do this. And I again, not for me, not pitching me. I want to support people in my community who do it for the right reason. And I'm happy to do that. Again, not about gatekeeping, not about keeping others out, but I would much rather support somebody who is invested, who lives it, who trains it, who's been practicing it. And there are some really, really talented workshop people out there, and there's some good people giving really solid photography advice. I've mentioned it before on YouTube. Steve Perry and Simon Detremont are some people on YouTube, and there's more, but those are the 2 names that come to often for me. And then workshop people, again, you send me an email. I'm not going to put a list down here, honestly, because I'm afraid I'll forget somebody and they'll say like, how come you didn't? I've got names of people that I trust. Let me know where you're at in the country, what you want to do, what you want to learn. I'll give you some names of people that I work with that I think are very, very good. So let me know down in the comments. Did it make sense? Am I overreacting? Does this resonate with you? Are you a wildlife photographer and you're thinking like, yeah, I kind of feel that way too. You let me know down in the comments. If you're not subscribed to the channel, this is one of my quick thoughts videos. So I have several playlists of videos that I go through. These opinion pieces are just one of those. I do a couple a month where I just kind of get things off my chest or react to current events. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. There's more of this. You can check out my playlist. Hit the like button. That'll push this content out to others because I'm kind of curious what they think about it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. And as always, I hope we can continue to find inspiration in wildlife together.